San Diego has some seriously good mountain biking. Whether you're looking for tech trails, fast flow, or jump lines, San Diego pretty much has it all. We also have an incredible climate, allows us to ride year-round. Unfortunately, we also have a really big problem. That problem is access. Yeah, we're not riding that line. I'm here at Calavera in Carlsbad. This place is an integral part of the history of mountain biking in San Diego. It's one of the few open spaces that's been preserved from development. Unfortunately, it's also almost completely closed to mountain biking. So in the year 2000, 473 acres of the land here at Calavera was transferred over to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife and officially called the Carlsbad Highland Ecological Reserve. With that designation, mountain biking was officially prohibited. Despite this designation, Calavera thrived as a local riding spot from 2000 to 2016. As other areas got lost to development, Calavera became the local riding spot. From the year 2000 to 2016, the capability of mountain bikes improved dramatically, and the trails here at Calavera evolved to reflect that change. So people started building new trails here, and they built, and they built, and they built, and they kept building. People built trails on top of trails with little regard for drainage or erosion or sustainability. Then in 2017, the city of Carlsbad got a grant from Sandag to hire 2 local rangers. San Diego Mountain Bike Association sounded the alarm that enforcement may be coming to Calavera. That enforcement started in late 2017 with the rangers giving tickets to local riders and removing some of the berms and jumps on the trails. Since then, a local trip to Calavera on your mountain bike can cost you a $250 ticket. The mission of the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and this is a quote, is to manage California's diverse fish, wildlife, and plant resources and the habitats upon which they depend for their ecological value and for the use and enjoyment by the public. While the California Department of Fish and Wildlife has done some enforcement and removed a few of the berms and jumps, no management plan has ever been written for the area. And if you look around, it's incredibly obvious. There's been no erosion control work done. There's been no removal of human additions. There's been no habitat restoration. This is probably the most ironic part of the Carlsbad Highland Ecological Reserve. This area around that I'm hiking through right now, as you can clearly see at some time, almost all of the native brush was removed. I'm not sure for development, I'm not sure why, but there's been zero work done to try to return this back to anything resembling what it used to be. And yet somehow mountain biking isn't allowed here. There's been no attempt to establish a trail system or close off the illegal trails. Ironically, it's the local mountain bikers and the San Diego Mountain Bike Association that offered the time and the resources to fix these issues, but both the city and the state didn't want to listen to them. So what has the designation of an ecological reserve done for this area? Well, it has saved it from development, but other than that, pretty much nothing. Recreation is an important part of the human experience. Whether it's climbing or hiking or mountain biking, time in the outdoors is our therapy. It replenishes us both mentally and physically, gives us time to commune with nature. In San Diego, approximately 60,000 people choose mountain biking as one of their sources of recreation. If managed properly, this place could provide opportunities for recreation and for ecological preservation. Unfortunately, that's not what's happening right now. It's not that the place is being mismanaged, it's that it's not being managed at all. So what can we do about Calavera? Well, now there's pretty much nothing we can do. As soon as the land was transferred over to the Department of Fish and Wildlife, our options were pretty much gone. According to the city of Carlsbad's website, quote, ecological reserves are a specific type of reserve where mountain bikes are prohibited. Changing land use, well, as I almost fall into the gigantic rut that shouldn't be here. Let's try that again. All right, so according to the City of Carlsbad website, ecological reserves are a specific type of reserve where mountain bikes are prohibited. Changing land use on ecological reserves to allow mountain biking could have a statewide precedent-setting effect. Ooh. The San Diego Mountain Bike Association has worked for years tirelessly trying to get this place reopened, but unfortunately, nothing they can do can change the designation. What we can do is learn from this place so that we can better try to preserve the areas that we do still have available. Most importantly, we need to work to get a place at the table when management and land decisions are made. As I said before, it's estimated that San Diego has 60,000 mountain bikers. Unfortunately, the San Diego Mountain Bike Association only has 1,800 members. 60,000 can move the needle. 1,800 is not going to do anything. If we want a unified voice, joining San Diego Mountain Bike Association is the bare minimum we should be doing. I personally have been guilty. I've been riding back for 5 years, and I just became a member a few months ago. After speaking with Susie Murphy, the executive director of the San Diego Mountain Bike Association, it's obvious how hard they're working to give us a unified voice in the local community. Their advocacy has been essential in keeping several areas open here in San Diego, as well as doing trail maintenance and building. Beyond supporting the San Diego Mountain Bike Association, the solutions become much tougher. It's important that we voice our support for having local trails to our local agencies. The problem is, sometimes this advocacy has been met with a lot of hostility, and even at times the removal of trails. So unfortunately, the answer a lot of times is just to keep a low profile and to do as little as possible to publicize our unsanctioned trail systems. This often means not mentioning riding locations or trail names on videos. In some cases, it means absolutely no social media at all. When I got back into riding in 2019, I used YouTube as an important resource to find new areas to ride and to check out trails to see if possibly they were within my ability. When I started this channel, I wanted to pay it forward. My idea was that if some 50-something punter could get down the trails, I wanted to inspire other people to give it a try as well. In San Diego, though, this poses a problem. If you see a video from me or from other people that doesn't mention the name of the place or the trails, I promise you, there's a reason. They're not trying to be elitist. They're just trying to keep the area open to ride. Well, most of the mountain biking area is now California Department of Fish and Wildlife land. There is a 200-acre parcel that is controlled by the Center for Natural Lands Management. We're heading to that area right now. So this area has an extensive management plan, an incredible amount of work that's been done to close off trails and preserve the area for everyone. Ironically, this is the only area we can still mountain bike. We haven't had rain in nearly a year, so it's pretty dry, but this is one of the most beautiful spots in Calavera. It's also one of the best preserved. And if I want to ride my mountain bike, it's not a problem. Unfortunately, all the best trails are located back there on state land. Well, that's about all I got to say about that. Other than I hope you guys all have a good day. I know I have. It's kind of hard to have a bad day when you're out here. Later.